mechuonu.
Kwangwa.
Chine mechike n'ọnụ. Amara. Onye nyere gị dike ego a? Kedu ebe isi ya wee wete?
Igbo kwenu.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu.
Igbo kwenu.
Ndị Igbo ekene m unu.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Igbo kwenu. Kwenu. Kwezuonu.
NDUKA is a prototype Igbo family which any other tribe can also latch onto because the family values are universal.
It's a story about a contemporary Igbo family, and I think it's a novel idea from Charles Novia in the sense that for the first time, I stand to be corrected anyway. We're seeing an Igbo family in a contemporary setting and not in a rural or a local setting.
Inekwa anyị fụ na omenala anyị ma asụsụ anyị niile bụ nke Igbo fancha na bago. Mana NDUKA bụ onye chọrọ ka ụmụ ya ma nwunye onye ọbụla nọ n'ụlọ ya na-ahịta azụ n'ife gbasara asụsụ Igbo.
Na ndị Igbo echefuola asụsụ ha lawazie ihe ekwesịghị ka a na-eme.
Ọlụ anyị nọ ya taa bụ ihe onyonyo gbasalụ nke a na-akpọ NDUKA.
Na-akụzitere ezinụlọ anyị ka ha ga-esi na-ebi n'udo, na-elebara ụmụ ha anya, ịmara ihe ụmụ gị mere dị mma, gị too ha, nke dịkwanụ njọ gị kọwatara ha sị ha na ọ dị njọ. Ada, kedu ihe na-eme?
It's basically a modern family, but it's going to be shot in Igbo, but just a usual normal, family story, everybody has their own backstory, what's happening in their lives, and
Asim gị kedu ụdị na-ete?
I loved the idea right from the first time I heard of the Igbo concept. I was like, how is it going to be like? How is it going to sound like? But after working for some days, I know it's going to be great.
When I was first approached with the script, I was like, wow, there's an opportunity. I'm going to work with Charles Novia. And I was like, it's serious. My happiness, like, wow, I'm going to work with Charles Novia. And I dropped to like, wow, I'm going to work with Charles Novia. Igbo, like, Jesus, Igbo. They're like, yes, Igbo. I was expecting to see an Igbo script and I saw English. I have to do the translation. So from, wow, I'm going to work with Charles Novia. And I dropped to like, wow, I'm going to work with Charles Novia. Igbo?
First of all, the scripts are written in English. I don't know, but I am assuming as a writer that it will probably be hard to write in Igbo. And I've asked people that have done stuff and they always write in English. By the time the actors read the script, it's not read it and learn or read it and have it in you have to read it, then you have to sit down with the artistic director who is amazing at his job, I must say. So first of all, we had to find out which Igbo dialect is acceptable. So we had to ask a lot of people, do some sort of survey, and most people said for written, it's Imo Igbo. But for speaking, most people understand Anambra. So we had to go with Anambra. So the artistic director has to sit, read the script, see how to translate it in that particular dialect, then sit with them and rehearse. So that takes time. Oh my God, you don't even want to know how much time that takes.
You understand?
Okay, another nala. Yana nala. Okay, Obola. Obere nwari goro n'elu osi oje. Oga.
Nothing down like the game.
If something is not done and quickly, Igbo language could go extinction. This for me is an opportunity to make a movie that will help people understand their language and relate with their language and culture.
If you look at it thoroughly, not just in acting, the Igbos, we are fast losing our culture, we are fast losing our heritage, we are fast losing that language. It's hardly you see an Igbo man or Igbo woman who will speak Igbo complete to make a full sentence in Igbo language. You hardly can get that. Even the professors of Igbo, in Igbo language, you hardly can get such.
And talking about the cast, Sydney Diala is an old hand. When I mean an old hand, you can qualify to be a veteran, starting from the days when Nollywood started, you know, from living in bondage and the taboo days, and from there, you know, he went into TV and all that, and is back to movies now. So, you know, he has gone the full cycle, so to say. And of course, he brought his wealth of experience to count on this set, and that is really commendable.
My dad is Mr. NDUKA. He's a lawyer. He's very upright. He wins practically all the cases he has in court, and he's very loving. He's very close to his family. He can look at you and tell you, okay, yeah, you're not happy. Very close to his kids, plays with his kids. Very loving father. He's very principled. That's it basically. Then my mom, Libechi NDUKA, she's very fashionable. She loves to dress up, even though she's a doctor.
Action!
Dubem is my only son and my last child. You know, there is this mutual understanding between me and him, being my only son, and you know, I love him so much. I pet him. Sometimes I forgive him easily because I have soft spots for him.
Ego mi oho. Me mama give my kwani ihe na ewi ni.
Do babe, don't do.
And being the elderly sister, she had this has to be bossy to control with her younger ones. Then Neha is always that my partner I always joke with, touch her head whenever I feel like, tell her whatever I want to tell her, and she can look for trouble for Africa, and that's just the fun of the whole thing. I'm mutually for trouble. Then Amara is my pal, like my pal. Amara is always, anywhere you see Amara, you see Dubem, anywhere you see Dubem, you see Amara. But if you don't see Dubem, you will not see Amara. So don't bother looking for her. Viewers, you get that.
She's a hoot. She makes everybody laugh because her character is just crazy. Because
Amara, she's more like a comedian. She has this comic nature in her.
She's the funniest of all. She will try to make me funny. She's just jovial with everybody. Once you come to set, she wants to be friends with you.
You say Biola, she's stupid. And that's very funny. We play around a lot. Even when they're shooting, we're playing. So I would say me, Biola.
Lebechi, his wife, commendable. The children are commendable. The day players and all. I think everybody really put in a good shift. And
then on the set, there's this family thing, you know. Aside from us being family on TV, it's like every other person, the cast, crew, everybody, you know. When someone buys something, you know, he shares. There's this easygoing thing between everybody on set.
I love this set, honestly. I'm not saying it because I participated in it. I love the set, the producer, the director. They are so patient, you know, with the artists and the crew.
What I'm doing is the first of a series of local language drama programs. This is Igbo, this is NDUKA. We'll be doing a Hausa series probably later, and then a Yoruba series, and maybe a couple of other tribes.
Nwanne anyị nwoke abụghị onye Igbo. but onye Edo sị ka o mee asụsụ ndị Igbo ka ndị Igbo mara ebe ha si bịa bụ November production onye a na-akpọ Charles Igbo Novia nna ndị Igbo ihe a wee manye ụnụ aka n'anya onye ọbụla laghachi n'asụsụ Igbo gakwanụ mee ka asụsụ Igbo laghachite ebe o kwesịrị ịnọwụ anyị ahapụgo ememe anyị mewezie omenelu hapụ omenala dị n'ala mewezie nke dị n'elu ya bụ maka nwanne anyị nwaanyị ebere ebe onye haziri okwu ihe niile edere maka asụsụ Igbo o nwere ike nwoke ma amaghị ihe a na-akọ n'Igbo biko.
It's so funny. Charles Novia is actually not Igbo. He's from Edo State, but he just has this love for Igbo people and the culture and the language and everything. I think it stems from the fact that he went to UNN. I don't know. I'm just having my own assumptions. Not like we discussed it or anything. And the funny thing is, he sits down with us and everybody's saying in Igbo and we just assume that he understands what we are saying. Sometimes he does, but not every time. But he will just be shaking his head and be smiling, like he understands what we're saying. I'm
not Igbo, but I grew up with, my growing up years with Igbo people. I schooled, my university years was in Nsukka. After my university, I've interacted with a lot of Igbo people, and I've understood too that out of all the tribes, it's like the Igbo seems more likely to lose their linguistic identity. So I felt something had to be done.
I believe with this job we are doing, it's like trying to revive our culture, trying to revive our language, letting people know that this is our culture. It has come, it must stay.
This is first of its kind. I think nobody has done this before. And I believe for Mr. Charles, November Production, to come up with this, he has something.
I've not seen an Igbo series like this. I've not seen any Igbo series. So this being the first to be introduced, I think is a nice one.
It's a deviation from the normal Igbo stories that you see because their settings are usually rural and the kind of costumes and the kind of production values that you will see is a new vista, so to say, in making of Igbo series.
You'll be surprised that you see this person has not acted before, but after seeing the script, you see a very different interpretation, and that is why sometimes I encourage producers to do auditions.
I would say this is my first time on camera, and this is my first time meeting the cast and crew.
As a person, Charles Novia, as a company, November Productions, we've always believed in new talents, getting proper talents who are either raw or established, but have not been given a chance. We're giving them a platform to express themselves. That's a staple standard of my company and my own personal belief.
From initial, I knew nothing about camera. I don't know how to on it. With the help of the production, I think I can do eventually almost everything about the camera now.
The producer, Mr. Charles Novia, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thanks to him for giving me this opportunity to, kind of see that quality in me. I really didn't know I could do something like this, not like I could act, but he made me see the innermost in of me.
Action!
The producer have done so well by bringing this production. It has been my dream ever to become a filmmaker, but I never knew I would start this way. The producer brought me this great opportunity. If you permit me, I will say I'm the baby of the production here. With the experience I have now, I believe I'll go places.
You understand? You notice that the room is clean. Your mind goes straight to what you have hidden. You go to confirm that whether it's clear off shot. You understand? You go off shot. I'm going to cover that separately. then you come back into shot and run off.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
So we'll do that and fall now. Quickly, guys, quickly.
Getting the director, Uzodiba Okpechi, you know, is a name in the industry, as it were. He started as a producer in a home video, we're not called Nollywood then. I'm talking about the late 90s, and he's been doing a whole lot of stuff with the African Magic original films, and a seasoned director. So for something like this, we have technical ambitions, we have huge production values, and I never ever compromise when I'm doing my productions as well. We had to get a total technical advantage, and that's how we got onto the map. He's a personal friend too, so it's a sort of synergy.
He's a stickler for details, yes. It has to be a certain way, the props has to be, I don't know, there's a way he just does it, like it has to be prim and proper, for lack of a better word. If it's not perfect, it has to be almost perfect. Everything has to just be in place. If not, he will not shoot. That's also for you.
You know, he's a professional and perfectionist. He wants it the way he wants it. And sometimes he scold you, but later on I find out that he's the best. Because if you want to get the best, you have to like really deep to be able to get the best, and you need to be stressed to get the best as well.
He's so calm and calculated, highly detailed. Nothing passes without him noticing it. As in, whatever it is, if mosquito flies past the set while he's on the monitor, Ozo will see it. I've never seen anybody more detailed than him. That is being honest. I've worked with so many directors, but sincerely, in the aspect of being detailed, I have never seen. There's nothing, even a little sound that the sound man didn't hear, Ozo will hear it. That's what I've been learning how he does it from the very first day.
Move it towards you. No.
Yes.
Bring it back to where it was, BJ. I've worked with Biola before on several occasions. Biola happens to be the DP on set.
Biola is a cameraman, the DOP, director of photography, and is an experienced cameraman, or experienced DP as it were, in anything HD, shooting with fantastic, top of the range, state of the art equipment.
Action.
Roll it. Say 11 and 12, take 2, wide shot.
So far, so good. It has been so interesting. As a manager of the production, you have to take a lot of things. You have to download a lot of things, swallow it, you know. It's wonderful. It's been so good working with everybody.
I think we have a great cast. I think we have a very, very fantastic crew. And I think at the end of the day, we have an epoch-making series. It's not just going to be a series that will be watched on a particular niche channel, but it's going to be a series that would make its mark and change the orientation of the African lifestyle.
It's something to watch out for, not because I'm part of it, but because it's unique, and I think it's the way to go for now.
Ụfọdụ na-atụ ụmụ ha ụjọ, ọ dịghị mma, so ihe onyonyo a ga-eme ka ha mata na-akọwata ka ezinụlọ ga-esi na-ebi n'udo, nwa gị mee ihe ọjọọ, isi na ihe o mere adịghị mma.
Eji m n'aka na unu niile na-enene ihe a ga-enwe anwụlị, maka na ọ bụ ọnụ naanị na ihe a dị ụtọ kama n'asụsụ Igbo ka eji mee ya. Ekene m unu.